第4届温哥华名车与豪车展7日至8日在温哥华植物园举行，汇集总值超过1亿元与160辆来自北美及欧洲的超级跑车、豪华轿车、改装超跑以及古董轿车，让民众一次看个够。华人购买力不容小觑，成为本地豪车的购买主力。豪车改装渐成潮流，80%车主也都是华裔。温哥华名车展上细数名车品牌就足够让人赞叹。包括有帕加尼、兰博基尼、法拉利、玛莎拉蒂、保时捷、劳斯莱斯、奔驰、宾利、奥迪、宝马、Aston Martin、迈嘉伦、捷豹、布加迪等等。身价275万，全球仅量产30部的法拉利 Enzo FXX、ZXX 亮相车展。最特别的是，展出的这部是全球唯一能合法在道路上驾驶的 FXX。这部车原本在2011年参与新西兰越野赛时意外堕海，被送到德国修复改装後，重新命名為 ZXX Evolution， 馬力高達950匹，現為印度裔拉納所有。
大家好，我係 Debbie， 係 Luxury and Supercar Weekend 嘅傳媒公關，咁好歡迎到你哋嚟到我哋今個 Weekend 嘅 show 啦。咁我哋呢個 show 有啲乜嘢呢？就係名車啦。咁喺我身邊後邊嘅啦，我哋有古董轎車同埋古董炮車。而今年呢，我哋就會慶祝60年 Corvette 週年紀念，仲有30年代嘅 Hot Rod、50週年嘅Lamborghini 同埋50週年嘅 Porsche。咁喺新車個波方面呢，我哋就有 Pagani 嘅 Huayra 係一架150萬嘅名車，仲有全加拿大咧就係得2部嘅啫。今年我哋除咗車之外啦，咁當然我哋仲有靚衫啦。咁今年我哋有嘅牌子包括 Maximara、Bluebird， 仲有一個Couture 嘅晚裝就係 Johnny Manaki 啦。
Welcome to Luxury Supercar Weekend. Here we are in Vancouver at Van Dusen Botanical Gardens. Over $100 million worth of luxury and supercars here today. 3,000 people coming in. It's an amazing sunny weekend and some of the most spectacular cars you've ever seen in your life. Right behind me is a beautiful California Ferrari, but here also we have the $1.8 million Pagani. We've got the $2.2 million Bugatti, fashion shows, Italian food and wine, and some of the most incredible modified luxury supercars you've ever seen. Today, at 4 o'clock after the fashion shows, we have the Modified Supercar Awards happening on stage. So first time in the history of award shows that we've actually had an event for just modified luxury and modified supercars.
Good afternoon. I'm Nigel Matthews, the Chairman of Automotive Selection at the Luxury and Supercar Weekend here in Vancouver, British Columbia. This year we've had a little bit of a North American theme to the event. We're featuring American muscle cars, the 60th anniversary of the Corvette, and right alongside us here we have a wonderful display of traditional American hot rods. With me is Michael Moore. Michael put together this amazing collection of hot rods, and maybe I'll ask Michael to explain a little bit about some of these cars.
Thank you. This car, for instance, is a 1932 Ford, and it was built to be a race car at the Bonneville Salt Flats. After it did its endeavor in the Salt Flats with a different motor, the owner, quite a famous race car driver, decided that he would drive it on the street, and he put in a Chrysler Hemi, which is well evidenced. It's supercharged. It has approximately 800 horsepower, and it's chopped. The roof is chopped, therefore the hood is extremely lowered, and the top has come down approximately 4 inches. And these tires are strictly for racing on the salt in the back, and that's probably the most famous of all Fords is the 32 Ford. Next to it is a 35 Ford, and it's a cabriolet, and the cabriolet has a flathead engine, very traditional. It's called Washington Blue, the color. The rear end at the back is not a trunk, but actually people sit in it. 2 people would sit in the open air. Over here, it's called a Model A. This is a 1931 Model A 5-window coupe. It has a chop of 4 inches. 4 inches has been removed from the window and all the pillars along to give it the continuity. There's a Chevrolet engine with special valve covers, 3 carburetors. Headers come to the outside, and it has what's called channeling, and that's where the body is lowered over the frame and it is pinched at the front to bring it back to the shape.
Mike, maybe we should explain to the viewers how hot rodding actually began.
Hot rodding began in approximately the late 30s, before the war, and it was interrupted by the war. And after the war, the cars were cheap and people had money and adventure, and they decided that they would go racing on the dry lakes and the salt lakes in California. And we could take a look at a car that is exactly as it raced in 1941. After the war, these vehicles, this being a 1932 Ford and very, very original, was channeled over the frame, and you notice the bodies here. It was raised up, and people drove them to the Bonneville Salt Flats or the dry lakes. And they chopped the roof, brought this down, and they put in high-performance parts, such as you can see in the heads and the carburetors. And this basically is the beginning of hot rodding. This car has no parts newer than 1941 on it.
Hello， 我係 Wilson Ing， 係MCL 車行帶嚟今日同大家分享嘅2015年嘅 Aston Martin 嘅 Vanquish Volante 開篷車，全手工做嘅碳纖維車身嘅，就呢架車咧就6.0公升嘅，560匹馬力。0至100咧就3.9秒，就呢架車咧特別在咧佢啲手工咧包括100萬針線條，所有顏色等等啊皮啊都可以俾車主咧自己設計、自己精選。架車咧就嗰啲 brake 咧都係用碳纖維做嘅，所以就非常夠猛。咁又猛又靚，又砌得又睇得打得，所以就係呢架 Vanquish 帶俾大家今日參觀嘅，價值就40萬。
Mr. Rana, so we know you win the Best of the Show award. So can you tell me how do you feel?
I feel very good. I'm so happy and excited because I didn't come here to win the award, but I know I like the best of everything in the world, whether I have the best car, best wife, best clothes. So I'm so happy I'm recognized today I have the best of show car. For me, it's very exciting.
Yeah, I know. And also this very unique car, I heard it's only one in the world.
Both the cars that I have here are the only one in the world of each.
Oh,
so
okay.
to me, it's very special, of course.
Oh, yeah, I know. I mean, also you're crazy about the sports car and everything. You're a very expert. So
Yeah.
tell us, tell the young people, why you love cars so much?
Well, cars, it really excite me. It keeps me out of trouble. It keeps me out of girlfriends. It's better to have a car than have a mistress, so my wife is very happy. But ever since I was a young man, I love speed. And when I am driving nice cars, it makes me feel very good, very young. So right now I'm 60 years old, but when I get in my car, I become 35. So for me, it's a drug without any side effects. It feels so beautiful. But I also like fast cars. I don't want to have a nice car and it doesn't go. So when I stand at the traffic light or I am with somebody, if they want to race me, I have to win. So I always have a quick car that makes me feel very proud. I never have second chance, it's always number one.
Oh yes, we know you have a very crazy experience about the racing car.
Yeah.
So do you mind to share with our audience?
Yeah, I love driving quick.
Yeah.
And I have done so many things as far as fast cars and fast events. One of the nicest memorable events I have made in my life before I die is I race a CF-18 fighter jet.
Oh my God!
In Cold Lake 2.5 years ago, I make charity for the Canadian Armed Forces. But I said, okay, I will do this event. I make a lot of money for you. I give them $100,000 in charity. But I have to race a jet and I want to win. So with my Ferrari Enzo and a CF-18 by my side, we make a race one-on-one. And it was a fantastic experience ever no one can have.
Oh yeah, it's a very exciting experience. Yeah. Audience will love it.
Yes,
and can I know, why you participated this event?
I love to show people we have nice cars in Alberta as well, because people think we are driving horses.
Yeah.
Because we are from Cowtown, right? But no, in Alberta we have very nice cars, and I have a very unique shop in the whole country.
Oh,
So we make beautiful cars in my shop, and we make a lot of nice events as well in Alberta. But we love to come to Vancouver. It's so beautiful. So this gives me an opportunity to make a holiday. So I come for that reason, yes.
How do you feel about Vancouver and about this show?
This show is very fantastic. It's magnificent. This is the first time I did it after 4 years. I was in the first show 4 years ago, but now it is so nice. It's like a world standard exotic car show. It's beautiful. I'm very impressed.
So you will come again next year?
Yes, of course. I will come again with another nicer car.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. We are really looking forward to.
SR Auto Group 销售总监黄碧玺表示，改装车一直盛行，过去多为普通汽车，近5年则逐渐刮起豪车改装风，其中豪车改装有80%为华裔。他还说，华裔改装豪车，兰博基尼和法拉利最多，其他豪车也都有。而外表、轮壳、动力、排气管等都是华裔喜欢改装的重点，通常花费需要5到6万元。令人意想不到的是，改装后的豪车价值未降反升。
感谢收看今天的大温故事，我们下期再见。